according to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass. Need to stop it. Ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass shit to stop it. Ass shit to prop. It's about to get serious. Go ahead. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. So I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ain't she the prophets, that baby so below to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let her fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. Bada bing, I popped the least suspect. I start all my crowns, ring and necklace. Do what the men above had taught me. Hey, you say I play too hot, no coffee. I had to change my life like this, yeah. I'm taking life for what it is, yeah. Quit acting blind, you need some lenses. Abiding by the damn scriptures, hey. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let her fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, show me love. I need love. Don't wanna leave me, yeah. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this.
Jay-Z, you know the chop. Ayazahab. Badness no sad. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one back this prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced. The key them in your head stop misbehaved. Scratch his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this place. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up. We no take beat up, we no stay so. And when the next day come, we no change up. My heart them bad as them wake up. AK bus boy head top shake up. So tell a pussy well don't violate us. No care where your status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one Westling bigger than NATO. Man we bust it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot gasket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced. The teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Scratch his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. Yo, what about the bomber clock to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dub the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, play down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we make it step if they don't. but at the same old. Said them want smoke, but the grab a ton flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convert to the drop top, still have a sunroof. The dog them roll, strap you one proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway, my dogs go in the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see we them that. Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they are so, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a fi bust. And all who a flip up and a lip up a fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy bust, one her belly tough with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go how we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not family. Anyway, my dogs go in the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them that.
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking the moment they are called. Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughters safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it. I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me. I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraphs or forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to get salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud, it's gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid, plus 10. Put me in the Supermax, I get super jacked, working out every day, canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe, my brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave they all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind, and I don't mind dying now. Cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think? I won't do it for them. Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
Time, man, shit. Make sure you let these niggas know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Get on this motherfucker. Let these niggas know what time it is, you understand? We broads.
King Ty really one of the realest. I survived drive-bys from them killers. Like I got 9 lives, I got 9 wives. I said fine wine with them bitches. I'm spitting fire bombs in your city. I got like 8 or 9 niggas with me. And we all ready to die in a minute. One West, we the best in the business. I get offended, I fuck niggas fended. Talking they get it, but niggas is timid. Rappers is softer than linen. Catch me out parking lot pimping. What more could I give them? I've been the hottest forever. Why would I lie about cheddar? I could do better. I just put loyalty first. Royalty coming whenever. Pull off in a Jetta. Curvature on me, you sweater. My fault like wearing a sweater in summertime weather. Haters so salty, no pepper. You not that seasoned or clever. I'm with the rebel. Used to pump bass with the treble. Baking a cake in a kettle. I used to cook up the work. Now I just cook with the metal. Gotta keep foot to the pedal. Yeah, let me give it gas on the highway. Let the music blast on the calm day. Break the Glock down into 3 parts. Put the 3 together like my Najee. Sipping like Bombay with my enclave. Got my mind made. Ain't no time waste. No. Eating prime steak with a fine date at a fine place. Getting violated.
Hey, listen. I already told these niggas. You understand? I called up King Ty. He say, what's up? I say, what's good, my lord? Listen, he like, listen. These niggas ain't ready for none of this. You understand? I said, listen, if the nigga ain't one West, he ain't got it on his arm or his chest. I don't give a fuck about the nigga. It's just me and my niggas. We royalty, yeah.
I got the hammer, you running, man. Come through your window like rubber man. Snapping your neck like a rubber band. Talk to my dog like the sun is set. He told me murder you rappers. Uppercut sending you vertical actors. Y'all got me coming with verbal attackers. I might attack you type physical too. So y'all be rhyming the way y'all be shining. I'm blinding these rappers like Mr. Magoo. These haters miserable, we indivisible. Look at these haters like they got no clue. They hold up ones and them W's. Really, bro, don't get too comfortable. If you ain't cut from the cloth, co-signed by the boss, then we do not fuck with you. Cause you wouldn't last here. I told you the same shit last year.
Already told.
Keep talking that trash, I have a car come kick your ass in.
Already know.
Your jaw like glassware. We pull up not rocking no mask there. Don't care if you spot us, you know how you got us. It's over, you saying your last prayer.
ISUPK 53rd Annual Law Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we stop that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Here's a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord.
Counter all your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment room and a hotel room. You know what I mean? Yeah. this here right here is about to be holy ground. It's gonna be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the grades. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
We don't give a fuck, you can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud, straight up out the base.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The week of Passover is packed with exciting events, hosted by the ISUPK and Commanding General Yohanan. On Tuesday, a deep-sea fishing trip with the generals. Arrival and boarding time at 7:30 a.m. The boat leaves at 8 a.m. sharp. Then on Wednesday, April 13th, join us for the annual lamb slaughter from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., making sure the children of Israel have fresh lamb for the Passover. Then, after that, the ISUPK is having a fish fry from 4 p.m. until, which will lead to the scripture breakdown class with General Mahima. Then, on Thursday morning, Hebrew Academy participants will see if they have what it takes to endure the Hebrew Academy trials. Commanding General Yohanan has something special lined up for the children with a children's party from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Come join Commanding General Yohanan on Cocoa Beach as we renew our oath unto the Lord.
Because he's supposed to understand the power of the Most High that would destroy him and will destroy him. Real soon. Read.
That assuredly, knowing unto what oaths they had given credence, they might afterward be of good cheer.
You hear that? They was of good cheer, gave an oath with the Lord as one, and became of good cheer while tens of thousands of Egyptians died. I know y'all don't like to talk about this, but you better put this war spirit back in you, Israel. You better get that spirit back in you, man. You better get that spirit of warfare back in you, because the Lord will put blood on the streets of America and around this world, brother.
Followed by a hotel ballroom, all black and Hebrew Academy dinner from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then on Friday, April 15th at 5 p.m., join us for the Lord's annual Passover as commanded in the scriptures at 5 p.m. sharp. On Saturday, April 16th, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's right, we're going to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Commanding General Yohanan has it all lined up for you, Israel. Come keep the Lord's Passover. Shalom.
All right, shalom, clap it up, clap it up. Get me, we're there, we're on the ends, you know what I mean? The captain was shot there, the warlord, you know what I mean? Got myself, Officer Karafia, Officer Dungabar in the building, you know, doing what we do every Friday, 9 p.m. to 11, you know, and bring out the hot topic. Listen, like, share, and subscribe, man, to ISUPK United Kingdom on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, the whole nine. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure you tune to On the Ends as well, man. We have classes, Monday, 7 to 9 at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. We also have a Brotherhood class live from Manchester with Officer Tazapa one. Make sure you log into that as well, 7 to 9. Make sure you log into that on Facebook, Periscope, you know what I mean, YouTube. Wednesdays, the law class by Officer Damgabar, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. And Thursday, scripture breakdown class in the UK, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW by Captain Parash himself, man. And then on Friday, we got On the Ends, which is 9 to 11.
You know, also big up to my shop, my yam come through from across the pond. It's like,
Oh, shit.
is it across the pond if you come over here? Is it across the pond if you go over there? I don't know how it works.
Listen,
But
all I know is I came with the storm.
Oh shit!
The Lord had me come with that storm, boy. I come down that damn plane. I was cool as a fiddle, cool as a fan in that damn plane until we hit London. I see the damn big wheel, brother. That plane started to do this thing in the air, all the way down to the damn tarmac. At first, I thought the damn pilot was, you know, playing the fool. It didn't feel like it was being pushed. It felt like he was rocking it. But then only when I landed, I realized, you know, storm time. And I guess that's their technique. I think they call it crabbing or cradling or some shit like that. That's their technique whenever they're landing in, you know, high wind, high mileage weather. But it was a rough landing. I ain't never experienced no shit like that. Nigga standing up at your exit in the plane talking about hope you enjoy your flight. It's like that shit.
Eunice is the girl you don't want, man. So like, so look what you bought. What you said, man. When you come to the UK, man, you say you come to the storm.
Listen, Lord, I just get a ride with the storm, man. The Lord trying to check some people, I realize.
That's right.
He's trying to check them devils. You know, these oppressors, boy.
Yeah, man. One bag of people getting blown across the floor and stuff. We had a video of someone getting blown across the floor. You know what I mean? A couple people getting blown down and stuff, and trees are getting uprooted and so forth, man.
Yeah.
Let me see if I got it right.
What they were saying now? Up to 70 miles an hour?
I got it. Yeah, something like that. I think there's been like 2-3 deaths. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Lord judging. He for sure judge. But they didn't have no sign of this coming, right?
Nah, I didn't see
I ain't
no
hear
updates
about
or
no kind of notice or nothing like that. It should just appear. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Out of nowhere. I talked to Captain Ashaparian a little while ago. He was telling me DC too. DC was going through some bad ass weather. And all of a sudden the car man is telling me he driving and the wind pushing the car. Like, yeah, holy shit. So I don't know, the Lord for sure making a statement, you know what I mean?
So, like, if you could down the boys, give it a few announcements of the Passover, you know what I mean, and stuff.
All right, so we got the Passover there, the Lord's Passover in Miami. We're getting ready to book that next week, Lord allow. We've got the rooms reserved. Come on down, man. Every black and Hispanic born should be at the Passover.
That's right.
We're all coming together. We're all flying from the UK, from Manchester, Birmingham, London.
Right.
Everybody should be there, man. It's in Miami, Florida, in Cocoa Beach, man. Come on down to that. We're all getting ready for it. So we got the Passover. The next day, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Come on down to that, man. We've been through the other feasts. We had Purim, all of them. You know how we get down, man.
That's right.
So come down to Miami, man. We're gonna have a ball of a time. You got the lamb slaughter. The brothers got their Hebrew Academy trials.
That's right.
The scripture breakdown.
Listen, that Academy trial is gonna be rough. I'm trying to tell you. I can't pick a spot this year, brother. I thought I want to go do the trials again.
When the scared of getting scared.
Listen, now, I'm talking about y'all better be what's his name? Crikey. You remember Crikey? He used to wrestle them alligators and shit.
Oh, what's his name? Erwin. Steve Irwin.
Y'all better go get Crikey knife. Y'all get go what's the next name? Crocodile Dundee. Listen, it's gonna be a rough time, but it's Florida. It's gonna be rough this year, I'm telling you. It's going to be rough. Make sure you're fit to wear that cover, man.
That's right. You know what I mean? That if I should bring that young boy, swap with that.
That's it.
And that's it. So first things first, man. Valentine's Day was what? Monday? But with the UPK, we was too busy celebrating Purim, man. You know what I mean? We was doing what the Lord wanted us to do. And I've seen a lot of people talking about Valentine's Day, this and all these podcasts saying how I'll play it for you, man. But some silly woman was sitting back talking about I'll play it for you, man. I want to give it away, but you know, so.
See the man that you're seeing on Valentine's Day. If you don't see him on Valentine's Day, does that mean you're a side piece?
Yeah, I played back from the top.
If you don't see the man that you're seeing on Valentine's Day, if you don't see him on Valentine's Day, does that mean you're a side piece?
That's lucky of all I could get for the video, and the answer is no, man.
But hold on, that was
all they had to say on the clip, and then everyone was commenting on the bottom saying what they think, and 90% of the people saying you're a side piece, like you're not official. If like Valentine's Day to women in the world is the all in all, meaning whatever happens in the year that's fine, but this day If you don't,
he had to show up.
If
you don't show up, it means of course he don't love you.
That's why, according to them, but they don't understand. But they don't understand the Valentine's Day is some made up day by the white man, man. He tells you when to love your woman. When the Bible said love your wife, man. You know what I mean? Not on Valentine's Day, but any day of the year. You feel me? And they got our women thinking, oh, my man ain't nothing, he ain't shit. He's a waste man, he's a deadbeat. Why? Because he don't celebrate Valentine's Day, or he didn't give you the gift that your friend got on Valentine's Day. And that's nothing, man. That's ridiculous, man.
I'm interested in the comments. What was some of the comments they were saying?
Absolutely. If he can't take time out on one day, and and I don't care how much it costs, he should take a loan out. This is the test. This is the all in all test to show if he loves you or not. If you can't see him on that day, then you're some side piece.
I want to know who she saw on that day if he wasn't there.
That's right.
That's what I want to know. You worry about where the nigga is. I want to know who was with you. That's what I want to know. Who was with you? Because you ain't go look for him, obviously. You know what I mean? Like you sitting on there talking, or if you don't see him on Valentine's Day, who you was with? Where you get them chocolates from? That's what I want to know.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Where you get that from? You so right. Valentine's Day is such a loose holiday. It's a prostitute's holiday. That's really what it is. You know what I mean? You for sure, as a man, as a woman, you shouldn't encourage each other into Valentine's Day. You're setting yourself up for your marriage to fail.
That's right.
You're setting your daughters up to be, to have a horse forehead. And a horse forehead, like in the scriptures, meaning you're always looking for who you could lay with for benefit. That's the Lord in the Bible told us in Jeremiah, we have a horse forehead because look around and see who you have not laid with. Meaning talking about all the philosophies we done went into. So it's the same thing. Like that Valentine's Day is purely about sex. It's purely about eros and not agape, which is how the Greeks describe love. They describe love as two different things. It's eros or erotica, or agape, which is the brotherly love. And that Valentine's Day is straight up eros. It's straight up eros with Cupid, and it's a ton of just sex. It's a lewd, disgusting, lust-filled holiday, and they don't even know you're worshiping another god.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And Valentine's Day it's not about love. If it was about love, then you would love your man, even though he didn't get your Valentine's Day gift, man. But you don't. It's all about what you can get. And what's the rapper done about? Dig That. There's a rapper called Dig That, man.
What's his name?
Dig That.
Dig That.
Yeah, DIGDAT. And he got a text from a girl on Valentine's Day. And look at this text, man. On Valentine's Day. Let me zoom in.
Yeah.
So this is a text he got from a woman that says, I'm waiting on my boyfriend to drop my gifts off, and I'm all yours tonight, man.
Yikes.
And that's on Valentine's Day, man. So what you're thinking, listen, she said if you don't give her gifts on Valentine's Day, are you a side piece? You make sure she's not a side piece by giving her gifts. And she goes and checks Dig That, man. So like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure you watch this podcast, so you know what? I'm gonna make sure my baby don't feel like no side piece. I'll make sure I'm take care of that. And guess what? She's waiting. She's like, okay, what time will be here? About 9. Tell Dig That. Listen, as soon as he land, I'll take the flowers, tell him thank you. Then I'm all yours, man. That's a text from Dig That iPhone, man. So like,
And it's mad, because in this situation, this man became the side piece, man.
That's right.
He became the side piece, and now she's gone with Dig That for the night. And what you'll see with Valentine's Day is most men don't really like it, but they're pressured by their woman into getting flowers, and pressured by other women, pressured by your mom. Treat your woman good, buy her flowers, take her here. And Valentine's Day is so garbage. Everyone does the same thing, the rose petals on the floor, from in the hotel room to the bed. There's no point doing that for one night if you're coming back to Handsworth in the morning, man. You're coming back to Brixton in the morning. You spend £800-900 in a hotel just to come back to Handsworth in the morning.
Yeah, what's wrong with Handsworth? What's wrong with Handsworth? Come on,
there's other things you can spend that £900 on instead of one night.
God damn.
One luxury night with this woman, and she's going to be a monster again in Handsworth tomorrow.
This is where you show how the finer side of life, man. But you so right about that, because if it's just for that one day, like, ain't nothing wrong with taking a woman out and spending some money on a random just because it's Tuesday. But this Valentine's Day is absolute nonsense. And as he was bringing out there, don't go about the pressure from the parents or the mother and the auntie and stuff like that. Like even I'm trying to remember exactly where it is. If somebody could find from where hast thou daughters?
Come.
And keep her in straitly. Hast thou daughters? Like the Bible tells you how to deal with it, because it's Valentine's Day is not a man's holiday. It's a woman's holiday, and it's a sodomite holiday. It's a holiday where, of course, the sodomites is gonna, enjoy themselves. That LGBTQ community, they're gonna enjoy themselves, and of course, women are going to enjoy themselves because women like what? Gifts, like to be spoiled, and they're not wrong, right? They're not wrong for liking to be spoiled and liking gifts and all that type of stuff. However, today is not the day you get anything. That's the difference. Today is not the day you get something. And sometimes you're going to have to disappoint a woman in life. You're going to have to say no.
That's right.
You're going to have to say no, and it's damn near like kryptonite for her sometimes. No means, bro. No means, she might get in a car accident today because you said no this morning. No, no is like no. What do you mean no? Because this world opens doors to most everything a woman wants, everything she desires. That's why she could do and say things without fear, without impunity. She don't really have that I don't want to say conscience, but that, like, brothers, men on the whole, and not just brothers, just men on the whole for this world, we have a check, a mental check, where you're going to do something and we always plan for, what if this don't go right? What if I don't get through here? A woman, shit. There's no plan B. She is good because she's used to doors opening for her. She's used to doors opening for her, and she's built like that. The Lord made her like that. The Lord made her pretty. The Lord made them big eyes, so it's soft in your heart. It made that smile. It made them hips, so you can have favor with her, but she had to use that favor on the right-hand side.
That's right.
You understand? Like how Hadassah used it for the Feast of Purim. You get any time of Purim. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she used her feminine wiles to make sure the 12 tribes of Israel don't get genocided. You get the point? So the Lord made her like that to be able to, get certain things open, but on the right-hand side. But of course, because we following, hold on one second. Hey, Shalom, you might forget a call back in a second? Is there an emergency or is it what? All right, no, so just text me if anything, and I'll call you back after. All right, Shalom. Yeah. So now, of course, she's so used to, having rules bent. You know what I mean? The rules get bent for her. And sisters, don't think I'm coming for you all, if you all is really right and true, you would say yes. What he's saying is the truth because it's the truth.
That's right.
You understand? But sometimes for your own good, daughters and sisters and mothers, we have to say la.
That's right.
No. And then when you say no, what's the next thing they ask?
You don't know. Do you really love me? Really?
No, what's the next thing they ask? What's the next thing right after?
Why?
Why? Why? Because I said so. That's it. It's just no. That's the end of it. Is no. And oftentimes it's for your own good. It's for your own thing. If on scripture, I want
come on, Cancer.
Please.
Ecclesiasticus 7:24. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them.
Right? Have a care for their body, meaning what? Make sure they keep themselves decently and in order.
That's right.
You understand how they dress, how they carry themselves, just taking care of their own bodies. Women, you have to have the whole term feminine hygiene. That's a whole education package that every daughter should receive. And and because we live in this oppressor society, he have an education package to make her, be less feminine when she should be being trained how to take care of her body, how to dress, how to do this, how to do that as it concerns the female. So has thou daughters have a care over their body and what?
And show not thyself cheerful toward them.
And show not thyself cheerful towards them. What does that mean?
It's you two friends. Like, a lot of women are friends with their daughters.
A lot of men are friends with their daughters. Hell, what are you talking about? Just women. A lot of men are friends with their daughters. It's you gonna definitely, you can't be their friend and their father at the same time. It's absolutely impossible to be a friend and a father at the same time. You can't be a friend and a mother at the same time. You get the point? It's absolutely impossible to be like that. You know what I mean? So what are you looking for? Okay, no sweat. You can't be a friend and that parent or that guide at the same time. It's impossible. So he's saying, don't show yourself too cheerful towards them. Make sure, you could be cheerful. You could be, kind and, like loving. You have to be like that. But you can't be the way where they mistake you for their buddy.
That's right.
Their friend. You get the point? Because why? Because at some point in time, you are going to have to say no to this girl. You're going to have to say no to this daughter. And if you're her buddy, she is going to feel betrayed. Because a friend is not supposed to say no.
That's right.
The scriptures say that. The scriptures say if your brother asks you to go a mile, go 2. If he asks you for your coat, give him your cloak also. A friend is very rarely a friend would say no, but the problem is it's like you're showing yourself to be a friend to your daughters. And once again, this is not coming for the sisters, but Valentine's Day, these type of holidays are really geared towards women and not so much the men. The men are the victims of it, financially and spiritually and emotionally. But that whole thing is geared towards women where you have to let her know
That's right.
You have to let her know no. Same thing with the birthdays. You have to do it. So that's why he's saying don't show yourself too cheerful. You have a young daughter, you growing her up. Make sure she understands who you are.
That's right.
Make sure she understands who she is and the relationship you all have. That's going to give her the strength and equip her with the things for life. Because this life is going to eat her raw, man. This life is going to eat her up. It's going to eat her up because she ain't mentally prepared for it. She going to hear no and have a nervous breakdown, and the first person that comes and says yes, she going to give everything to.
That's right.
She's just going to feel like, like you poured water on desert sand. And after you don't tell her no, so like, go ahead.
And that's where that saying comes from. If you don't, another man will.
Hey, so what? If you don't, somebody else will. Boyfriend number 2. I can do it better than he can. The neighbor's going to know my name as soon as he's gone. That's where all that nonsense comes from, because sometimes no is no. And that's a heavy point too, because half of the adultery that has happened, especially around Valentine's Day and all these other festivals coming up. Valentine's Day is February 14th, but not too far after is Carnival that we used to in the Caribbean and the South American islands, which facilitates a ton of adultery. And half of that adultery, it would come from society being or accepting the fact that another man can step in on this brother's, possession. You get the point?
So like I said, is it true that apparently in the islands, if you're born in like November, October time, they call you a carnival baby?
Yeah.
Like 9 months. It's known, like so much adultery goes on that if you're born that month, they're saying, you know what, he probably born in carnival. Conceived the carnival son.
Yep, carnival baby. Well, there's adultery is from just, from people, because that carnival time is so much lust in the air from December 25th. That night is carnival all the way till carnival Monday and Tuesday. And it just keeps getting nakeder and nakeder and nakeder until, you just, you're bred. It's a lot.
Carnival baby.
You get your point? So that adultery, like imagine the next man who, if you don't, somebody else will. What if somebody else says no? What if that other man says no? No. And there's nowhere for her to go. Then now she had to change the attitude.
That's right.
Now she had to change whatever. Now she had to do whatever that's different. And but it comes from, we got to be a little bit more socially responsible with that thing. You know what I mean? Any more on that?
Come on, cut. Last sister, marry your daughter.
Come on.
Verse 25.
What do you want with keep her head down? Keep her in straightly. It should be right there.
Has thou children, instruct them and bow their neck.
Yeah, give me that one too.
Verse 23. Hast thou children, instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth.
Right. If you have children, instruct them. Tell them what's right and wrong. Like nobody is born knowing right and wrong. You have to learn that. Somebody has to tell you right from wrong. And you have to instruct your children and instruct them boldly, instruct them wisely, man. Don't be afraid to instruct your children on what's right and wrong. One instruction you should give your child from the time they could understand, go and come, is the white man is the devil.
That's
the Bible
right.
speaks of. That's an instruction that will save their life.
Right.
Instruct them. And what? Bow down their head one?
Come on. And bow down their neck from their youth.
And bow down their neck from their youth. What are you getting on to with that? Come on, break it down for me.
So like you're saying, do it now, man, because when she reaches a certain age, you can't do it then. No.
What is the bow down the head? What does that mean?
To bow your head down means like submissive, to be humble. Your neck straight is all proud, and I know I'm let her humble from now.
It's to take away the pride, because that pride is the root of rebellion. Pride is always the root of rebellion, and that's why anybody listening who would look at us, we for sure ultra masculine. You look at us and you see some oppressive Negroes with braids and beards and boots. And you would be shockingly surprised. You get a damn heart attack to see how our houses are, how our women and children are. When you look at us and you hear us talk like this and you think these niggas will abuse you, these niggas will, beat you, whatever. When you say bow their neck from young, it's talking about taking away their pride, taking away that thing in them that makes them feel this move is right and I could just rebel and do what the hell I want. And like them women there, them 4 women are in Salaki. These women are, for the streets. You could put them back up there. These women are for the streets. They're proud. Nobody has ever bent their neck.
That's right.
And bent their neck is not talking about physically. In the spirit, no one has ever told them no. No one has told them this is a bad idea for a show. This is a bad idea for a show. It's absolutely bad idea. Does that mean you have to shop there? What's going on, Patterson? How you feeling now? You too well? Yeah, man. Right? Nobody has told them, well, that's a stupid question. If he's not there, what if the nigga working? What if he doing dumb overtime to pay for your dumb big-headed ass gift? What if that's the case? But you want to say no, if he's not there on Valentine's Day, does that mean you're a side piece? And let me tell you another thing about these whores. This question here is to disrespect women. Because she's talking to other women, making them feel less of themselves to encourage them to hate the man. Right. Why you can't just be a wife? That's right. Why it has to be a side piece?
That's right.
Because you are a damn proud ass dummy and you don't know what needs to come out your mouth. Women like this don't deserve a voice. They don't deserve a platform to say any goddamn thing because they're proud. And the pride in them is going to breed whoredom in your daughters. If he's not there on Valentine's Day, does that make you a side piece? What if you not there? What does that make you? Or if you on Valentine's Day, does that make you a woman for sale?
It's like, so what if he's doing everything else? What if he's doing all the duties a man can do? Be there, train you, look after you, make sure you make the right decisions, and all you're focused about is Valentine's Day? What about all this good shit, man? What about you're making sure that that you're guided properly, you're making sure you're spending all your money on expensive weave, you're doing all that, and a good man to you, Valentine's Day, that's a good man to you.
They're stupid. They're stupid. But one day out of the goddamn year, that's supposed to what mean that you're less of a person. You're a silly woman. You're silly and misguided and stupid.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling them be Christian too. Silly and misguided and stupid, and they should not have a platform to speak on behalf of women or to women because they hate women. Like, why would you say, why would you tell another woman, okay, if her husband is not there on a particular day, let's take Valentine's Day off. Why would you tell her if he's not there, that means you're a side piece, which is a less of a woman? You get the point? That's what she's trying to convey, like the main course and the side dish. You get the point? Like the dinner and the appetizer, like you're less. Why would you even go there with that? Like, these women hate women.
That's right.
And I will guarantee they all sitting down there talking amongst each other, hate each other.
That's right.
As soon as the cameras turn off, I can't stand this bitch. So and so and so. They all hate each other and they hate women. That's something you should never even bring to her. He ain't there. Listen, girl, he probably out working. He out buying them chocolates you like. He out buying them flowers you like. He out doing something. Give me Proverbs 31 too, Salakia. Give me somebody to grab Proverbs 31 with kindness is in her mouth. The law of kindness is in her mouth. We gotta get off this quick enough. I'll make 2 hours out of these big mouth sluts. Yeah.
So I said, quickly say something in the meantime. And these situations is sad, especially for men, because a man thinks, if I don't do these things, I'm going to lose my woman to a next man because there's another man that will take care of her.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Go ahead, Salaki.
And this is why in the ISUPK, we raising men to where they will never touch your woman. So if you tell her no, there's nowhere else for her to go. She has to stay with you. We raising men in the ISUPK that if you say no to your woman and she wants to cheat on you, there's no one that's going to sleep with her.
That's right.
They're going to send her right back to you.
You're going to check her.
Yeah.
And listen, that's the type of social responsibility we need. That's what I'm saying. Like, no is going to save your woman's life. Like, you think yes is going to save her life, but no is going to save her life.
That's
and if you have young children, especially daughters, just practice saying no for no reason. Just no. 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 There's going to be times you're going to give them everything, but they have to learn how to deal with no.
Right.
No has to be like, okay, no problem. Can I get this? No. All right, no sweat. It has to be like water off your back because this world is going to eat you up if you can't hear no.
That's right.
If you have to hear yes all the time, you're going to be a slut. You're going to be a whore. Can I get that one?
So Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness.
Say it again.
She opened her mouth with wisdom.
She opened her mouth with wisdom. There's nothing wise about these 4 women.
That's right.
There's nothing. They open their mouth with stupidity, with
That's
pride, and with hatred, anger, animosity towards. Does that make you a side piece? You're putting a demon on that other woman.
Right.
You're putting in her ear something she don't need to hear. Maybe you a side piece.
That's right.
Misery does love company. Maybe she a side piece. Maybe
right.
she, she get them 3 o'clock in the morning knocks. You know what I mean? At 3 a.m. knocks when everybody dead to sleep. She looking at the phone for, I'm outside. I'm at the front door. Because that's the only time the nigga come to see you.
That's like
3 in the morning because he don't want nobody see him coming into your house because you're not a wise woman.
That's right.
Go ahead.
If you look at the left-hand corner, the podcast is called the Baby Mothers Podcast, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ain't the wife podcast. So it's clear to see what kind of thing they're running here.
They're simple. That's the bottom line. She opened her mouth with wisdom and what?
And in her tongue is the law of kindness.
And in her tongue is the law of kindness. Meaning what? When she speaks kindness. This is a stupid question. Well, what they should ask is, if for Valentine's Day, do you think that's real love? Does this help? Does this hurt? That would be a better question to ask. Like, does Valentine's Day really matter? Does these things really, really matter? That would be better for them to ask than this nonsense that's really just going to bring strife with women and strife with a brother who trying his best to, live. You know what I mean? Who hears no all the time.
That's right.
Everything is no. No, 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 no. You get the point?
Come on.
If I could real quick as well, we know Valentine's Day is garbage, but I don't see these women buying nothing for men, man. Men get nothing, man. It's always the man spending his money. He pays for the hotel room. He pays for the restaurant. Just you to disrespect him the day after, man. All women are there for is the free food. And then imagine you're a man trying to love your woman. You're trying to love your woman, and it's Valentine's Day is the wrong thing. You don't want to do it, but you're scared that you're going to lose her to the next man. And she tells you, well, if you don't do it, somebody else will. Because women got a way to say, oh, you won't do it. That's fine. Don't want you to beg them. You're supposed to leave it at that's fine, man. Leave it at that's fine.
Let that whole go on. If she ever makes you think that somebody could take your place out, let her go out.
That's right.
Pay for the Uber for her to go meet that nigga.
That's like what
Pay
me
for
said.
the Uber. Open the door for her. If any time, brother. I don't care if it's Usher on the TV. Nigga, I'm the best R&B singer. I'm the best dancer. I'm the best football player. I'm the best every goddamn thing. I'm God to you, woman.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with you? Salakia. If you think I'm lying, I'll pull it in the Bible for you. I'm the Lord to you. You get the point? If ever, to any brother listening who in this situation and you scared to leave because of the kids, listen, fuck them kids. Salakia. Let them go. Them kids gonna come find you because they're gonna get tired of her BS.
That's right.
But brother, do not stay in that situation because she's threatening you with another man. Because I'll tell you a secret. Sisters are different. Women are built different than men, right? A man, he's physically way more stronger. And in a conflict, he can fight. So he doesn't have to think too tough when it comes to a conflict. A woman, because she is not physically able in most cases to whoop your ass, she has to think of other ways to fight. So her brain is working at a different pace than yours. If she tells you or hints to you there's somebody else, there's somebody else. There's somebody else. She's not shooting blanks. She's telling you that because the nigga in the cut, he waiting. She done do a trial run with him, took it from a test drive, everything. She ready to put pen to paper. If she's threatening you with this, that, the other, it's not an idle threat. Leave her. Yeah. Let her go. Let her go, brother. That's it. It's a done deal. Don't be one of them fools fighting over some broad or some Negro over flowers. Who next year, both of you are going to be a bad story that she telling the new nigga with flowers and candy. Don't do yourself that, brother. Don't do yourself that. She should never, ever do that to you. And you should never encourage her in some horse holiday like Valentine's Day. You should never encourage her in that thing. It cheapens a woman. All year round, she having sex with you, cooking for you, cleaning for you, bearing your children, and you negate that to one goddamn day, you're cheapening her worth, man. That's right. You're cheapening her worth. Go give her some flowers because it's Tuesday. And watch them same big-headed hoes be mad at her because her man dares to love her on another day.
That's right.
And show his love to her on another day. Just do something random. Send down some food for her just because it's Wednesday morning. And watch them big-headed hoes in the damn shop. Who man ain't then, and no disrespect to the men. But if you're making such a big deal about Valentine's Day, what about the rest of the time? You get the point. It's twisted and backwards, man. And brothers, this one here, the onus is on you. The onus is on you to stand up. If we all don't buy no damn gifts for Valentine's Day, what they gonna do? You know what I mean?
That's like, mate,
for them to go.
Valentine's Day, it's a bad deal, man. I've looked at it. It's all for the woman. If it's supposed to be about love, love goes both ways, man. So imagine the man's paying for the hotel, the man's getting the rose petals, he's getting the chocolate, he's getting the meal. What did the men get, man? What did the men get? Some love. They get the woman that they had all year round anyway. But in lingerie this time, not go buy it. Come on, man. It's a bad deal, man. Listen.
Like fixing everything already. This one day
so we go, oh, you get me. We're forking out all this money. Like, so what do I get? You get me. I want some chocolate, man. I like steak too.
She come on the back with a bow tie.
I had that already. I'm like, I had that already. Be like, I had that already.
Coming back with a big bow, a big red bow. Yes, again.
I'm like, I had that already.
Listen, I have a receipt for my gift. Where's the receipt? Listen, okay, and that's so okay, boy. It's so much levels to this thing. Okay, because really, it is a gift. But because you put a price tag on the love, I can't accept the vagina now. You understand? I can't do it because you don't put a price tag on what we value. Like the whole holiday is so satanic. Listen, listen, on a regular day, just think about it. It's not Valentine's Day. On a regular day, she done bathe and get dressed and do the whole thing like you like. Wearing the little stilettos that the quarters are like. You know what I mean? The quarters are like them all. Quarters are like them give them a hand. Quarters are like them with the clean ones, not the glass ones. The ones, it's not too much straps. It's just one around the ankle, one around the toes. Like them all classy, clean like ones. The Roman ones. No, just the ankle and the toe. You like them with that heel, and she come out there with the heel and the hair done up on a bow on a normal random day.
That's right.
What's any brother's reaction to that?
That's right.
He gonna be like, I'm opening this gift now. But if it's Valentine's Day, what? I'm not accepting that I had that already. Like, you done cheapening yourself with the whole thing. It's like, you don't know nothing about no love in the world, man. You don't know nothing about love and marriage or what love is and how to keep it. You simple. You simple if you think you could go buy something to show how much. It's ridiculous. And don't forget about the money these stores be making. These stores be making money hand over foot. Hand over foot. Go ahead. What else we are?
So to move on now to as you know, a lot of brothers from the Caribbean are going to Ghana now because that's where the slaves came from Ghana. They were originally from there, but you know the African soil is from Ghana. So the Ghana
from the West Coast,
from the kind of one concept. So Ghana got a scheme now where they're inviting black people, as they say, back to Africa. Let's say come home to use money. So a lot of brothers are going there. I think Popcorn went there as well, and they went to something called the Gate of No Return. But the Gate of No Return was where brothers will be sold. The Africans rounded us up and they'll sell us in the Gate of No Return. Now, I tried to get a caller on the show, but I was unable to get him. But he actually went to Ghana. I said, the Gate of No Return is so dark that when you go out into the light, you know, Africa as well, so it's bright, you're blinded. So this brother also said, he explains the Gate of No Return. And it says, if you're a black man saying how, you know, you're African, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. And if you're a black man talking about, if you're a black man and you're Christian, you should be ashamed after hearing this, man.
And now we see say the church manipulate, control. When you're going to Ghana, in the dungeon, then where you're going, you have two churches right in front of the gate of the dungeon. And them have two stories in the dungeon. One underneath is where them keep the Africans them for ship them because there's a door, them call it the door of no return. When you go through that door there, you go right on the boat. Door of no return. But on top is where them keep church service. The white people them keep church, you know them keep church service, huh? For thank the Lord for the good and beautiful bounty that them have with the African them. That them going to go across this ocean now.
Praise the Lord,
to make money and use the African them like animals. And it show me on a physical level because after that we go back there so much time, the dungeon. I remember going at one of the dungeons when them say it's a bad slave dungeon. They say, all right, here we know, Bridget, why you lock me in this dungeon, you know. It's when the man lock me in the cell, man. Not even my shadow me can't see. The way the place. And you see, you know, about 5 minutes in there, and I come like me a bed. Because no window, and the only door down there's a metal door. And then when I knock the door, I open my back and I say, imagine our ancestors is in a that for all weeks, depending on where them things say you do wrong, them put you in there upon a certain level. When you look upon you, when you go down in the dungeon, the ground, and what people might.
Look at that, man.
Moods are tripping, man. Moods are tripping. Thor.
So what Moot is saying is that in the dungeon of no return, they had church service in there, and they was praying and clapping, saying, "Thank the Lord that we got these Israelites. Thank the Lord. Now we're gonna get God is on our side. Now we can get cotton, we can get cane, coffee beans. You know what I mean? All these stuff now, and then in 2022 we want to be Christian. These same Christians that whipped our back was happy because they believe God put us in their hands, man. And after hearing that, I said, listen, how can any black man be a Christian, man? How can any black man go to church on Sunday and bang a tambourine, man? How can any black man go to Ghana and open a business, man? He said in the dungeon he couldn't see his own shadow. He said it was so hot in there, like he was bathing. He said he was wet, sweating. And listen, they put our grandparents in the dungeon of no return, man. They sold our grandparents and laughed and, you know, praised and yes, God put us in our hands, man. You know how you praise God when you get that new job? Mm-hmm. You know how you praise God when, you know, when money's right and things are good and you're happy. They was happy because they put your grandparents in cotton fields, man. You know what I mean? In cane fields, man. The white man was happy when he put our grandparents in cotton fields and made money off us, man. So lucky, man. I'm gonna chime in.
Listen now, I was gonna say, listen, if it's the door of no return, how the hell are we returning back to Africa?
That's right.
The door says it's the door of no return. So what are you talking about? We coming back? Like if we was originally from there, that alone should tell you something. Like I remember being in the world and being amazed at Muta Baruka. I remember being so amazed at Muta because he looked like he ignorant, but when he talked like a college professor. You get the point? He talked like if, you know, he's so intelligent, and to a point he is. But really, Muta is just a, you know, he's he's doing the same thing Christians do, where they just don't want to be black. They just don't want to be a nigga. You know what I mean? I know people love Muta, and I know they love, you know, big old Muta. You could put him up on the screen, because I don't know if all your viewers know who Muta Baruka is. But Muta Baruka is a famous dude from
and
Jamaica.
now we say
Yeah, what do you want to say? He a poet? He's a poet, he's an artsman, you know, he's into the arts. I know him as a poet, doing a lot of public speaking and talking about different topics. He has radio shows and stuff now. But I think before, he was one of those men who would do like open mic and just talking about different things in poetry form. I know a lot of people love him and what he stands for. But really, this is the same thing of Adam and Eve in the garden. And when they sinned against the Lord, did not want to be black, did not want to be seen and cover themselves with the fig leaves. The fig leaves in the Bible, for anybody who don't know, in Genesis, is the philosophies of the other nations. It was not two naked people with, fig branches tied around them. It was black people, a brother and a sister, who did not stick to what the Lord said to stick to, and then decided, I'm going to put on a kufi and a man dress and say Assalamu alaikum. Or I'm going to go and put on a 10-gallon hat and go in the church and say Jesus and fall out. And it's the same thing brothers like Muta Baruka did, Farrakhan, Malcolm X. Like, we all run away from who we are, which is black people. We the niggas of the earth, the niggas, the splits, the wetbacks, the blacks, the so-called Latinos and the native people, the undesirable of the earth. But we love to not be that nigga from Kingston. Not be that nigga from Laventil. Not be that nigga from, the barrios or the reservation. We like to be that thing right there. You know what I mean? We like to be that thing right there. And that's the thing that's dangerous. Because he puts on all them fig leaves about Africa this and Africa first and Rasta this and Rasta that and whatever else. Now, you have, through him, people looking at Ghana and all these West African countries and giving them a chance. And not knowing they had a hand in our slavery.
That's right.
Like, they benefited tremendously from our slavery. And they benefited again because the slavery changed. The slavery is now, economic and over the damn internet. And everybody going back. As you say, Popcorn go back there. You think Popcorn go back there because they really love his music? But they know if this slave come and sing enough, they could make more money. They know if Steve Harvey goes down there and has Family Feud, they're going to make more money. The slavery just changed, that's all. And they're still into the slave trade. Going back to Ghana is being part of the modern day slave trade.
That's right.
It's still the transatlantic. You're crossing the Atlantic again to go back and to be slaves for the Hamans. That's all. You're just trading slave masters.
That's right.
That's all it is. You have to go all the way to the west coast of Ghana to see the door of no return, to experience, for you to have a epiphany about what the slaves went through. Nigga, turn on the YouTube and type in ISUPK.
That's right.
You could save your plane ticket.
Right.
You could save your plane ticket. Ghana is going to pay.
That's right.
Ghana is going to pay.
That's
Nigeria
right.
is going to pay. Gambia is going to pay. Everybody who had a hand in our destruction is going to pay. And that's in the Bible. Right. You know what I mean?
It's lucky if I could. There's been a ton of these back to Africa movements. Marcus Garvey had one. And Leonard Howell had one.
Yep.
You got brothers in Ethiopia right now. And what you'll find about it is all them Benjamites live in the same location. They could have just done it in England, man. They didn't need to go Ethiopia to do that. And when you go to these countries, you're a second-class citizen because no one respects you anyway. That's why they group you in one city and one area. So everybody's always talking about this Selassie and Marcus Garvey stuff. When you read the history books, Marcus Garvey didn't even like Selassie, man. Marcus Garvey called Selassie a coward when he ran to England, man. When he ran and left his people, he ran to England to hide from the Italians and whatnot. See if you can pull up that article where Marcus Garvey called him a coward. Marcus Garvey said Selassie's a coward, so you can't believe in both of them. Selassie's meant to be God, and Marcus Garvey's meant to be his prophet, and them two don't even agree, man. Which means your doctrine is flawed. So which one do you follow, Marcus Garvey or Selassie?
Right.
Because you can't follow both, because Marcus Garvey said Selassie's a coward. Listen, man, that's in Marcus Garvey's autobiography.
Talk about the guy,
Listen, don't go about them Rasta. Them can play ahead and all.
Let me get that.
See, so the down there is like the whole, what they give us. is a whole made up package. You know what I mean? Like I did not know that. I would have for sure thought they at least agreed or was on one accord. I know he wasn't pushing no Selassie, I think, but I for sure thought that they was on one accord to some point. Listen, you can put it down.
Said, did Garvey truly endorse Haile Selassie, or are the Rastas defying a coward who runs from war as God?
Listen, man, Marcus Garvey called Selassie a coward, man.
And this was because of the whole thing with the Italians.
When he ran to England, because he's saying, yo, if this man's meant to be God incarnate and he's running for his life to white people,
right,
and these are the people who's against us, why is he running to them for help? And so Marcus Garvey had a little bit of sense. He could put that 2 and 2 together, and Rastafarians can't, man. Right. Marcus Garvey's meant to be, he's their prophet.
Right.
Marcus Garvey's their prophet, and Selassie's meant to be their God, and the two can't agree, man. That'd be like Christ and the Most High not agreeing. you can't follow both, man.
That's right.
Either you're gonna love one or hate the other.
Yep.
So who do you love more, Selassie or Marcus Garvey, man?
Exactly.
You have to choose one, which makes the Rastafarianism religion flawed, man. Because what? Rastafarianism, the Nyabingi was a woman, which was some Rwandan princess who went to war with her enemies, man.
Yikes.
And listen, Selassie ain't doing that. He didn't go to war with his enemies. He ran to England, man. So you're making up, with the Nyabingi Rastas. See if you can pull up that as well.
Nyabingi is a woman?
Can't say with some Rwandan woman, which had the spirit of a warrior.
So the name Nyabingi is her name?
Can't say it's a woman of a warrior spirit, female.
You're lying.
You should say Rwandan spirit. There you go. It's a prominent figure. It was a woman, spirit of a woman.
Tanzania.
There you go.
Oh my gosh!
Listen, man. So lucky. Listen.
Introduced to Jamaica and Dutch. Oh shit.
You like think the ISUPK don't know anything?
Just read it out, please.
You like think the ISUPK don't know anything?
Come on.
Listen, we know everything, man. We know all about these religions.
Y'all sleeping on Dongobah. Y'all sleeping on Dongobah over here.
Nyabingi or Nyabingai is a prominent figure in the history of Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania, where religious and possessional cults formed around her.
Around who?
Around her.
It's a her, man.
Probably.
These Rastas is run by women, man. And Rastas always talk about they don't eat food from women. Listen, man, your whole religion is based off a woman, man. So lucky I'm not gonna.
They'll eat a lot of things from women.
So lucky, you gotta wait for the lecture. I'm not gonna give you no more to the lecture. So
come on, don't go let lecture.
Yeah, let's read that one line again.
Nyabingi or Nyabingai is a prominent figure in the history of Rwanda, Uganda, and Tanzania, where religious or possession cult formed around her.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I listen, all these things, I never even think to look the thing up. That was cold, Dongobah. God damn. Like we really need the help, man. We really need the help. We really need help as a people. Right. We absolutely need it. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah. And Garvey is supposed to be part of the Trinity, right?
God to the prophet. God is supposed to be the meant to be at what?
He's part of the Trinity. Is Selassie, Emmanuel, and Garvey or something like that. I think he's part of the whole structure, and it's a rough thing. It's a rough thing, and all this comes because we run away from being the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
We run away from being niggers, spicks, and wetbacks, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. Like we ran from being that. We feel clean following Nyabingi. You understand? We feel absolutely clean. Like, brothers grow up and get into all sorts of, antisocial behavior. That's the best way I can describe it. Whether it's criminal, whether it's, some sort of, addiction or deviance, whatever it is. And then you find Rastafari and you cleaned up and you wearing Clarks and khaki suits now and you're walking easy and yes, blessed Aya and all this type of thing. You go to jail and now you turn from being, Wreck-It Ralph to, Muhammad Aluk Akisi Avrakam. And you coming out, peace be upon him, brother, beloved. Hey, what's going on, beloved? Yes, beloved. I said, like, you get so clean and you with a whole proper tongue. You talking that Arabic language and you rolling your R's and Rahim and we put on this thing because this thing makes us feel so clean. You ever see black men in a suit and a tie? Nigga come out, he can't. Choke himself out.
You can't chat to him
all the way up. So, listen, I went Trinidad a few weeks ago to bury my father, and so Wapiala, we hanging out with Wapiala and Dalawan and Officer Shaw, big up them brothers, man. Came down there, helped me carry that coffin and send the man off like a real G.
That's right.
And so what was he was saying, man, that suit and that tie is a demon. I said, so what are you talking about? He said, yo, watch them. Every time they do this here, it's like they feel stronger. He's like, the way how he break the shit down, he right. It's like you had to pull the thing up and do this thing here, and you feel so clean and brand new. And it's because you really putting on the philosophies of the other nations. You putting on the fig leaves of the other nation. You put it on. That tie is, that's a phallus. That's supposed to be a penis around your neck.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Like you putting on all these things. You're a grown man. You wearing a whole dress with a little cap on your head. You know what I mean? Like you putting on the philosophies of the other nations. And because you do it, we get more lost. And the nations who over us, they make more slaves out of us.
That's right.
More slaves out of us. And it's sad. It's a sad thing to behold. Like this brother here, Mutabruk, he had to go down in a cell and say, well, lock the door. Let me feel what it feel like. Niggas go to jail every day.
That's right.
What you mean, you want to feel what it feel like? Negroes go to jail, prison every day. It's crazy. It's crazy. To differentiate one from the other is you got to be out your mind.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You got to be out your mind. There's brothers sweating in a jail somewhere in Jamaica right now.
Right.
And the first video of Vibes Cartel, he looked rough as hell.
Yeah. Complexion
different, everything. Because he in there and he rough. But now this being in that cell means something to you. Really, because being in the other cell means nothing to you.
That's right.
Like, I don't have to go to Ghana and see the door of no return. I know when them cops pull up and grab a brother, he might not return.
That's right.
That's why Freddie Gray ran when he saw the cops in Baltimore. He ran because he knew they would kill him. And guess what? They killed him. I don't have to go and see the door of no return. When the cop car pull up, when the paddy wagon pull up, when the Black Maria pull up, I know them doors is the doors of no return.
That's right.
I don't have to go to Ghana to see that thing, man. But we're so disconnected from each other and from, the Lord and from our people. Like we do simple shit like this. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah.
So it's true what you're saying. It's slavery again, but just modified. We work for the heathens to make them money. Now we go to Ghana and make the same money for them again. We make new concerts in their country and they get money off us. In slavery, they got money off us. Now they're getting money off us now, but it's just more modified and stuff. You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And no matter how much education we have, that Mutabaruka is supposed to be so educated. And you can't tell yet that this oppressor we have is the devil.
Right.
And these nations live off of us.
That's right.
Like you can't tell that yet something's wrong. Something's wrong. If you're in a religion, and that religion does not tell you that black people, Hispanic and Native Indians should be helped, you're serving Satan.
That's right.
Because we're the worst off anywhere on the earth.
That's right.
Anywhere on the earth. They're building colonies on the moon or Mars right now. I guarantee you go up there as a nigga paying child support in space. I guarantee it. We're the worst in condition everywhere. You know what I mean?
So again, it's 10:30. You know what I mean? A bit over the time, but you know what time it is now? It's time for the
Why, that's a good intro, every week, that's a good intro. Still.
Hold on. Come sit down here. Come sit down here and do that segment, brother. Come on, hold the mic for a minute. Just come and sit down here.
you know, it's my time to shine right now. You know?
He
Yo,
said he's a dancehall star. Right?
Yo, this is the Officer Quarters are tuning into On the Ends Radio with the Boys segment. What you got for me, officer?
He says, I feed my 6-month-old daughter rare steak. She absolutely loves it.
Boy, sir, yo, give the pit a chance, man. Yo, trust me, man. Yo, the little devil need time to grow, man. Belly not ready yet, man. But yo, trust me, man. The scriptures that speak about this, man.
That's right.
Yo, the Edomites and them thing there, the devil them eat the parcel, the morsel of meat, man. And look right there, sir. Look at the picture, man. The morsel of meat in their mouth. The morsel of meat in their mouth, man. Run the next one.
God.
Because, yo, what does that say there?
Queen will reportedly help Prince Andrew pay 15 million sexual abuse settlement.
Boy, sir, you see how them go on? And them arrest our people. But what's his name? Mason.
Mason Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood, man. Him get arrested for the same thing, but them like can pay themselves out of that same thing there. So lucky, man. Look how they are, man. And then we get tarnished in the public. We get tarnished and called all kinds of names and beat down in the public, man, and all kinds of media against us. But what Prince Andrew can just get off with it by paying money, man. Listen, man, what ISUPK are talking about ain't fake, man. We're talking facts right now, man. Black people are at the bottom of society, man. We can't, you know, it's a lucky. We can't pay our way out of getting tarnished in society, you get me? We can't pay our way out of being a sexual abuser. But run the next one because, yo, same thing we are talking.
Storm Eunice gives UK hot fuzz monument. Spire crashes to the ground.
Boy, sir, Storm Eunice a bad man, you know. Yo, Storm Eunice a box down the Christian church, you know. Because you see what? Christian church ain't gonna stand, man.
That's right.
The Catholic church ain't gonna stand, man.
That's right.
You forget box down, man. Yo, this is the Officer Quarters are tuning out on the Ends Radio with the Boys segment.
And that was heavy, man. Like what you brought out with Prince Andrew. Imagine this: Prince Andrew there, raping women and whatnot, getting charged, and then busting case. Why? Because his mom can pay 12 mil. How much black men was accused of rape that's in jail right now, man? And we can't pay. Imagine that, black man. Imagine this. So many black men are behind bars right now because a woman done accuse them of rape and whatnot, and we ain't got 12 mil, so we got to go to jail. But Prince Andrew gets the boss case. Why? Because his mom has 12 mil, man. And imagine that, black man. Your hard-earned taxpayers' money went to how a man's rape charge, man. That's where your money goes to. Imagine this. We pick cane and cotton so England can be what it is today. And that money is still helping them to this day. It's still helping the Queen's son get off a rape charge, man, in 2022. That's what our taxpayers' money goes to. They always complain about the budget. And, you know, black people are abusing the benefit system. Black people are using this system and abusing the housing system. It's not us, man. It's people like the Queen giving 12 mil so her son can come out of jail, man. So her son can not get locked up. So I thought the law applies for everybody. So how is it? Brothers had parties during lockdown and got a 10 grand fine. Meanwhile, Boris Johnson had a party during lockdown and the police won't even investigate it, man.
Right.
How is it brothers get accused of rape? Like,
and his party was on video.
On Christmas? Come on.
Yep.
And he said Slovakia. Boris Johnson said Slovakia. I didn't know it was a party. So I thought, what is that? I thought it was a work meeting.
They had a whole wine thing so they could buy extra wine and bottles and bottles. He was popping bottles.
He's making it rain, man. Listen, you don't work with wine. Everyone knows that. There's no job on planet Earth that involves wine, man. Probably if you're a wine taster, maybe.
Unless you're a priest anymore.
That's right. Get that hand, man. How can I forget?
Morris ain't no priest.
That's right.
It's a certified job. I come to immigration. Yeah, what do you do for a living? I'm a priest.
That's right.
Not the Catholic one, nigga.
Let me see if we get the picture real quick. And look at that. This man, this one rule goes for us, another rule goes for them. And guess what, black man? Because she's the queen, and this is white privilege at its finest, man. they get to get up with the things that we can't get up with, man. And this man raped a woman in his palace, man. In his castle, Slovakia. And look, now he's free. Because why? His mom's the queen, man. So lucky, and black people talk about every time we're on the streets, brothers come to us. You can't treat the white man like that, man. He's no less of a man than we are, man. We're all equal. If we're all equal, why is Andrew walking free, man?
Yeah.
Why is he free if we're all equal, man?
Why he free on Mason Greenwood is he plastered all over England as a rapist.
That's right.
Why, if he's free, then Mason Greenwood should be free too.
That's right.
And Mason Greenwood should have played for Manchester this week and scored goals, and they shouldn't have. Listen, they took his shirt off the damn video game, man. Not the shirt. They took him off.
Character.
He gone from FIFA. Like he never existed. They said if you have a Mason Greenwood T-shirt, bring it to Old Trafford. We'll exchange it for any shirt you want. Because now he's a rapist. But this one here, they paid money for him, right?
Come on, Carl. I think it's lucky like Puska Han said in America, man. You gotta use it. You gotta bang in a cheat code to get Mason Greenwood on FIFA, man.
No, listen, man. This is the kicker. That woman who he raped got a Valentine's Day gift. It was worth $12 million.
Yeah, come on, gosh.
She got $12 million for Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Because when he got paid, like last week or something, right?
Come on, concert.
Yeah, she does the Valentine's Day season. She got $12 million.
That's right.
You beefing with your man over roses.
That's right.
Over roses and chocolates. Right. This bitch here get $12 million out. But that's not going to help her. It's not going to help, the trauma. But shit, if you're going, hold it right way. You got $12 million, but you beefing with a nigga over chocolate, over flowers. She got 12 million pounds.
Of the money of our money, we work. So our next woman gets to have a husband during Valentine's Day. Damn.
You know what else is mad about this as well? You know what else is crazy about this as well? She's gonna pay 12 million. Put the picture back up. Let me see it again one more time. So she's helping him pay 12 million to the victim who he raped, and because she hates, obviously she thinks Meghan Markle's black. She hates her so much. She didn't want to pay for Prince Harry's security, man. She goes, I'm not paying for his security when it comes to the UK. I'm not paying for his police when it comes to the UK. But she'll pay for her son to rape someone. It shows how much they really hate black people because they put Meghan Markle's black.
Yeah.
So she's basically saying a rapist is better than a black person.
That's
what
right.
she's basically saying.
She'll secure a rapist.
Exactly.
But she wouldn't secure somebody who's black.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean. Like that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Like them bros on that Valentine's Day show ain't talk about this.
That's right.
They ain't talk about, let's forget the Valentine's Day. What about the rapers? What about the rapey, and how the queen done paid for this rapist? And it shouldn't be no shock because this fool here, this whole family done raped the Caribbean.
That's right.
So it shouldn't be no shock as to, he getting money after raping somebody. That's what they do. That's what they do. They raped all our foremothers, lit them on fire, raped some of our forefathers.
Yeah, con.
And they got money for it. They got money for it. They got insurance companies for gave them money for slave revolts and burning down plantations and killing soldiers. France just finished paying their money back to France just the other day, a couple of years ago, I think. Right. France had to pay money. Not France, Haiti had to pay money back to France for every soldier they killed in the Haitian Revolution. Imagine that.
So then they tell us, this is what they tell us, they ain't responsible for what their forefathers did. But we gotta pay for our forefathers kill white people. Yeah. So whenever we charge white people, well, you can't judge me, This right. I went there.
Right.
But nigga, you gotta pay this bill because in 16 something,
your daddy, my daddy.
That's heavy because they always say you can't charge me for what my family did.
Right.
But you want to charge Zuma's two innocent brothers? Didn't kick no cap. Zuma's two brothers.
Not brothers.
No. Was your brothers?
No, that was hard.
No, not brothers. Zuma's two brothers.
Oh, so like, I didn't making sure.
No.
We got no room on the board.
No. Zuma, the man that plays for West Ham, that kicked the cap. His two brothers got punished for what their family did. But when we charged them for what their family did, listen, that's not us.
Yeah.
But Zuma's brothers didn't kick no cap. His brother did. So why can't they feed their family and play football? That's the double standards in this country, man.
Listen, and okay, this is the other thing with that. you had on that England team, I think it was John Terry was having sex with something Bridge wife, Wayne Bridge, brother. They're going to play World Cup, and Wayne Bridge wife is getting total rot down from John Terry, and he's the captain of the team. And he should come out in the World Cup. I think them niggas nearly fight. Like they have so much in deviancies and improprieties that happen amongst their elites. I mean, Wayne Rooney just recently had some allegations with some young 16-year-old girl, and they let that shit go. They let that shit go. I think in any country that's down near rape because she underage, statutory rape, but they let the shit go. They let it go, and that's how they deal with the scriptures say every beast loveth his kind.
That's right.
That's what the Bible says. Every beast loveth his kind. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, woman, and child. When will you love yours?
That's right.
When will you love yours? Right. The oppressor is not your kind. He's not your kind, but you love him. When would you love yours, man? That's right. Always go out and have this parade. What's the parade where the queen come out? Is the happy one or the puppy one? One of them, she comes out every year.
Yeah, Remembrance Day.
Every year. Why not next Remembrance Day turn your back on her?
That's right.
Because she sponsored a rapist.
That's right.
You remember when Nicki Minaj helped her brother?
Yeah.
And everybody was a huge thing. It was a huge, big thing that Nicki Minaj would help her brother out who had some pedophile charge or rape charge. And they wanted to cancel Nicki Minaj. Well, who gonna cancel the queen?
So lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
People wanted to cancel Rashford, Lingard, because they took pictures with Wiley. Just took a picture of Wiley.
I forget about
just
that.
Say you rolling with him, but meanwhile the Queen got a picture next to her son.
She
paid his money to bust the case.
She gave birth to a rapist. she suckled a rapist. She suckled. She changed his diaper and all that. Right. She cleaned his little rod to go rape later. To go rape later, she give him Similac or whatever they give him.
Strong to hold bitches
that
down.
Good English breakfast, beans and sausage. You made him so strong to go rape, and now I had to, salute the crown. Nah. Black man, y'all listen. Now you see why the Lord didn't make it come home. now you see why the Lord didn't. The Lord made Italy make England cry. Now you see why. Listen to that. Give the Lord a hand. It will never come home. Look at me. Look right here. It's not coming home. It's homeless. It's homeless. It's an orphan. Go to one of them halfway houses and it's for homeless people. It's not coming home because the queen is the mother of a rapist.
That's right.
That's her son who raped.
Yeah, I thought it was a nephew, the son. That's Charles' brother, man.
So what she tell him when he was growing up? Take it.
No, she told him no. Don't really mean no. No, don't really mean no.
So Diana died under her crown. And this dude raped under her crown. Brother, and you mad at us because we rage on the street and say Christ is black? Right. You say we racist, like we criminals, and we terrorists. But you see what's going on there with their leadership. And you mad at us?
Right. Because we say no.
Because we say no. That's crazy.
That woman also said no?
Right. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right.
Right.
That's a crazy thing. And this is not just only in England. It's so much. You heard Donald Trump say grab them by the PUSSY. He said, these women come and they want me to give it to them and they be married.
Donald ain't getting
listen now, Donald got money.
I forgot I got peace.
How do you mean Donald
I forgot. Donald got peace.
The woman saying if you ain't there on Valentine's Day, go get another dude. You think Donald's suffering for anything? Huh?
I forgot. So lucky that just take with your girl to get me.
Donald said, it might get bigger, it might not. It might get a little bigger, it might get not. You get your point? Like, this is how they are. Even one of them Kennedys had some young girl in the car. He was drunk, crashed the car, killed the girl. They just came and took him, left together on the side of the road. You could go look it up. One of them Kennedy brothers, not the one who ran for president. It's a whole big family. But one of them Kennedys did the same thing. It's in their culture to do all this raping. It's in their culture. There's a judge in America who had this case for some Ivy League oppressor, young oppressor male. I forget the school, but it was some tough flight school where he raped another oppressor's daughter, this white girl, by a dumpster or something like that. She was drunk. And the judge told her in the courtroom, why didn't you keep your knees together tighter?
She's to blame now, yeah.
Yeah. And he let him go. And he said he don't want to destroy this young boy's future or some shit like that. Another one who was an Olympic swimmer, he said if we charge him with rape and send him to jail, it would take away his bright future. Like, this is their culture. This, what you're looking at here, is their culture. Mason Greenwood, he took their culture because, of course, why? He took their woman.
That's right.
He went after their woman and took that culture from them. No, that's you, Mason Greenwood. You have a woman. She don't want to give it to you for whatever reason. There's a simple solution, Mason. Just go get another one.
That's right.
Just come back to this one when she, ready to deal with you. It's fine. Just go get another one. You'd be able to play football, and she wouldn't have been violated.
That's right.
But you all say we are cults. Because you could say you could have more than one woman. When you're raping the one woman you have.
Right.
You mad because we say you could have more than one. But the one you have, you're raping her.
Right.
But we crazy dumb, bro. We lunatics, them crazy niggas. What they say? You're in the bull ring when you see them Israelites?
Yeah, come on, okay.
Yeah. You're under the oppressor when you get raped.
Right.
Salakia. I ain't trying to trivialize a sister or brother who went through the violation. But understand that you following after your oppressor, you opening yourself to that type of thing. If they could pay $12 million for him to get off of a rape charge, brother and sister, you have to know right now, white man is the devil.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, Mason Greenwood said, Dog about what's Mason Greenwood said? Actually, nicely.
Yeah.
What is it?
Nicely. Yeah, he goes, actually nicely the first time.
No, he said ask for nicely the first time.
Politely, that word.
Ask him. That's the audio.
Come on, Kai.
Use your fucking legs up.
No,
Hold on. Open his phone back.
Open your fucking legs up.
That is ridiculous, man.
Harriet, use the fucking button. Move your legs up. Use your fucking legs up.
No, I don't want to have sex.
I don't give a fuck what you want, you shit.
Mason.
Shut up. Talking to me.
Pick this up, man. I didn't listen to that shit. That is disgusting, man. Nigga, you can't just go get another bro.
Exactly.
Like, why you want to do that? Why you want to do all this shit? And this is the thing, man. This is not the first time he did it to her, and he probably did it to her sister years ago. Because most brothers who go after these oppressors, they have a sister first. And she ain't pretty enough. Or she don't do the freaky shit you like enough. So you had to go for this old troglodyte. And this troglodyte now, she gonna milk you for your money. And you know what? Mason probably, told her he wouldn't be there on Valentine's Day, and she said no box. Since I can't get a box of chocolates, you can't get this box. And Mason lost it. Mason lost it. Mason lost it. How you want to say he lost his rag?
Lost his office trolley.
He lost his trolley. He lost his rag. His wig is whatever it is you'll say up here. Mason went nuts. And this white broad here ain't even pretty from what I've seen. I think he did her a favor with that busted lip back. I think she's more attractive now. Salaki, y'all stop that.
What you say is true, sir. Because most of these footballers grew up in the ends first. Remember, before the Boston got the white woman, they got they exploded and did their thing. They was in the ends first. So who do you think they were doing this to? Sisters, man.
Yeah, more than likely he done violated a few women before and a few sisters. And it's sad now that he had to go through this once again because running from being black, running from being a brother, running from being part of the oppressed, running from being the descendants of slaves. You think you're better. That's why I had to big up brothers like Raheem Sterling.
That's right.
Sterling done kept that young girl he was with from the beginning. Right. I think Storage too. I think Storage, I could be wrong, but I think Storage is one of them who kept dealing with sisters. And that's why they never really, push him where they needed to push him. Because he's not like the other one, the Ashley Young and the ones who go and take the white girls.
Yeah, he got a sister still.
You know what I mean? Storage, right?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, you could always tell. Anytime they had that old rebellious ass spirit, they're dealing with our rebellious ass spirit in the house. I love y'all sisters.
Hold on. What are you playing?
Listen, big up the sisters. Like, y'all keep us sharp. Y'all keep us sharp. Y'all make sure we into no punk. Y'all make sure we don't spoil with the milk. You know, the milk and the mayonnaise outside. But you could always tell, okay, yeah, he looked like he dealing with one of them oppressors. Or yeah, this brother here, he have a sister. It's so refreshing to see. Like still, and I see him with a video with his little son kicking the ball and trying to imitate Ronaldo and his rib there, and you could understand that. Now this young brother, he lost. He's what, 19, 20?
Yeah, young youth, man.
20 years old, and you have to pressure this. Okay, you 20 and you not a road man. You ain't eating ramen so you could buy the latest Air Force. You 20 making 75,000 pounds, and you have to rape. Something's wrong with you.
That's right.
That's like I said. There's no 12 million he could pay. There's no 100 mil he could pay.
No, he can't pay. He got to pay with his life.
That's right.
He had to get down and kiss boots and grovel and beg, and do the most heinous acts to even get any sort of sympathy from this empire. But something is wrong with him. If he has to go to that length, something is wrong with him, brother. Like I would have accepted. It would have still been wrong. I would have accepted. He went to one of them escort sites and paid some of that 75,000 for. I would have accepted that. But what you doing there? There's something wrong with you. And you'll bear with me one time for the one time. A rapist is a homosexual.
That's right.
You think you like women, you really like men.
Right.
You tell the girl, what do you say? I'm asking you nicely.
No, I asked you nicely.
I asked you nicely, I'm gonna ask you again. The girl says she don't want it. Nigga, that's supposed to turn you off.
Right. That's right.
I walk in your room and she don't want it. I in the wrong house. I'm gonna go check the number on the door. Like, am I in the right place? You're supposed to then smell my damn, the frankincense on me, and it's supposed to be flooding down the stairs. It's supposed to be water flowing everywhere. But you in there with her, you Mason Greenwood, you scoring goals in the Champions League. Not the league, the Champions League.
You're the catch, man.
Like the whole world sits and watch. You are number one prospect. And she can't say no to you. Mason Greenwood, that spirit is the same spirit that's in Women on Valentine's Day.
That's
when
right.
you can't say no to
That's
her.
right.
You can't say no, I ain't get nothing on Valentine's Day, and she pout. And the first nigga in the inbox, you up? And he's just the right nigga at the right place on the right time. And that's what happened. Like, a woman can't say no to you? Come on now. You could do better than that, brother. And I've seen the woman. You could do better than that.
That's right.
You could do better than that. You're gonna go to jail over that? That's crazy. Let me get Judges 21, please. You all know what I want, right?
Come on, Kanye.
Pull it for the brother. A rapist is a homosexual. It's a sodomite. What are we looking like on the time? I don't want to go over too much.
Come on, Kanye.
What we at?
We got one quick
7 more minutes.
Yeah, one quick after this. Not really.
No sweat. You know what I mean? Y'all remember to pay your tithes, Pay your tithes. Y'all see that storm come through. Don't let the Lord bring something else through here and now you don't have a job. Now you're coming here for food.
That's right.
Pay your tithes now. Go to ISUPK.com. Pay your tithes.
Right.
You could cash app, not cash app. You could Zelle it, or you could PayPal it, right? Or you could put a check or a money order and send it in. Go to ISUPK.com. Look for tithes and pay your goddamn tithes
That's
now.
right.
Pay it now. Because the Queen paying $12 million for a rapist.
Right.
You ain't paying nothing. Say again? Or you could come right here to the school and drop it in the box on the wall. The brother's going to get the envelope. You pay them tithes, man, and get it up. Because the way this world going, brother, it's a short time. It's an absolute short time. You could go and research these nations. Rape is very much a part of their culture. Remember, the Hamite prince raped Dinah, which was who? Jacob's daughter. Jacob had what? Sons? 12 or 11 sons? And he had that one daughter, Dinah. And that Hamite loved Dinah. He saw her every day going to get water or running errands. You know how bad Israelite sisters be. And then at time I loved her, and he had no game. He had no game like damn Mason Green. What's his name?
Mason Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood. And he raped Dinah. He raped that sister. And we're gonna read now in the book of Judges where you had in Gibeah, I think it's Gibeah is the name of the land, where you had, that was the land of Benjamin, where you had this group of men who was serving Baal, meaning they was not serving the Lord, they was doing whatever they want, that was going around looking to rape men. And that's, from this story, you could damn near understand why the tribe of Benjamin is so staunch against homosexuality, even though there's still a lot walking around pretending like they're not.
Ninja Man son.
Even listen, not Ninja Man son. Some of them niggas who be in them dance hall who diving off the damn top of the speakers with a woman, breaking her back on the thing. Them niggas be homosexuals too. You know what I want?
No about?
About 19 on what?
About 29.
29, please. Read it from
28 something.
Judges chapter 19. Salakia. Is it 19? 19 and verse 28. And he said unto her, up and let us be going.
Give me further up when the men first came.
Verse 25. But the men would not hearken to him, so the man took his concubine.
Now go up some more.
23. And the man, the master of the house, went out to them. And
right, okay, let me give you some backdrop. This brother, I think he was an Ephraimite brother. He had a rib, right? The rib, I believe I could be mistaken. Either she hoed on him or they had a problem. And the rib left and went to her father's house. He should have left her alone. He should not have went there. He went after her. And he got her and was leaving. And on the way to leave now, they got stuck in this city. A man of the city came and said, it's not good to sleep on the streets. There's men who roam these streets and it's not good. Come to my house. So they came and stayed at that brother's house. And while they stayed at that brother's house, there was a knock on the door. Read from that part. It's a little bit higher up.
Behold, verse 24. Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden.
No, give me higher up.
Salakia, verse 20.
Let's skip up 2 or 3 verses.
26.
Let me hear them.
Then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door.
Nah. Hold on, you going ahead.
25.
You going ahead. Where you at, Judges 19 and what?
9. Verse 25.
25. Hold on.
20.
20.
Verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And
nice and loud, all right? What is that?
And the old man said, peace be with thee. Howsoever, let all thy wants lie upon me. Only lodge not in the street.
Right, he was begging them, don't sleep in the street. Because the brother was going to sleep in his cart with the horses and wait until the morning. He said, don't lodge in the street because there's wicked men in this street. Go ahead.
So he brought them into his house and gave provender unto their asses. And they washed their feet and did eat and drink.
Which is what Israelite custom. It's a law to be hospitable. Somebody coming to your zone, we would do this for each other even as a stranger. You feed their horses, water their horses, wash their feet, give them something to eat so they could be on their way. That's what we would do as people. And this is how far we come as a people, because now you're scared to let anybody in your house, and rightfully so.
Right.
Go ahead.
Now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial.
Right, these men of the city, these men who they are allowed to exist in the city, certain sons of Belial, meaning what? These were wicked men. Go ahead.
Beset the house round about and beat at the door.
Right, they surround the house like they was going to do a hit. And they beat at the door, meaning they banging the door down. Go ahead.
And spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him.
Bring forth the who?
Bring forth the man.
Bring forth the who?
Bring forth the man.
Bring forth the who?
Bring forth the man.
They came for men. Go ahead.
That came in into thine house.
Right. They wanted the man. They wanted the man that came into the house. Why? They wanted the wife so they could play football?
that we may know him,
that he could play basketball,
that we may know him,
because they wanted him to join the hockey team,
that we may know him,
they wanted to invite him for drinks,
that we may know him.
They said not that I would know him, but we may know him. This group of sodomites here who was dwelling in Benjamin wanted to gang rape a man first. That was who they came for first. Go ahead.
And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them and said unto them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing this man is come into mine house, do not this folly.
Right, he's saying, don't do this, don't do so wickedly. This man is coming to my house. Why? Because when you take a guest into your house, that guest is under your care. And that's a huge Israelite culture. It's part of who we are. When you take somebody in your care, brother, their life is yours.
That's right.
And we value that type of responsibility where you can't allow harm to come into a guest in your house. You cannot allow it. It's shameful. Go ahead.
Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them.
Right? So now he's saying, here's my daughter and the maiden. I'll bring them out and you humble them. This is what? This is to make them stop. This is to make them stop. But just like Sodom and Gomorrah, they did not stop. They did not stop. So a lot of people is never ever going to understand this, why he gave the daughter up. This was to make them stop. And they did not stop. And they went and abused this girl all night long until she died. A rapist is first a homosexual.
That's right.
He is first a homosexual.
That's
you ain't getting no G stripes for forcing no woman. Up in here, you ain't got to force no woman.
That's right.
The woman damn near forcing you.
Right.
She damn near forcing you. She pressing you out.
That's right.
Right.
But you don't know what that's like, Mason Greenwood. I don't make $75,000 a year, but I could fly from point A to point B and not have nothing to spend nothing.
That's right.
I could go from one city, one country to the next country and have a house and a key and cars to drive, and I don't have to press nothing.
That's right.
When you making $75,000, not paying tithes and raping white women who don't like you. Ugly white women.
Come on.
Like, we need some help back here.
That's
A rapist is first a homosexual.
Right.
She on that tape saying, Mason, no. He said, well, I asked you nicely. Like, he's what? The keeper from the crypt? He's some old, disgusting monster. Like, so what you gonna do, Mason?
That's nice.
You gonna run past her on the wing or something? What you gonna do? Well, I did ask you nicely. How weak are you, nigga? Goddamn. How about you with Holy Rod for a second?
Right.
You mad because she would hold the box. How about that? That's real power now. I'm trying to tell you. You want to see her go crazy? Yeah, just pull it back. Just hold up. Pull it back.
So lucky.
Listen now, you don't know what that lifestyle is like because you're really a homosexual.
That's right.
You think you like women and you don't. You don't like women. You would never do that to a woman if you like women. No matter how angry she gets you or how hot in the pants you are. You would never do something like that, but you don't take on the culture of the oppressor.
Right.
Which is to be a homosexual first.
That's
a sodomite first. And I'm telling you, sisters, you'll harbor in some of these sodomites. Right. I'm telling you straight up. You'll harbor in some of them. This oppressor here, she found out the hard way. She found out the hard way. I pray it's all a lie. I pray it's all a lie, and I have to eat these words back. But just knowing the culture of brothers who play in the Premiership and make £100,000 a week, ridiculous money, I'm inclined to believe what it is. I'm inclined to believe it. Always remember, a rapist is a homosexual first.
That's right.
Somebody done violated him first. It was a man.
Right.
And now he has to violate everybody.
That's
it's a
right.
sad cycle. And they celebrate Valentine's Day.
That's right.
So,
or you can have a man in the UPK that don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but you won't get raped, man.
And he'll tell you no.
That's
he'll
right.
be the one telling you no.
That's right.
No, tomorrow. Wait. Chill. Don't do this. Don't go here. Don't wear this. Stop lying with that one. That one there, she a slut. Don't lie. Don't hang with her. Don't hang out with her. Don't go on the ends with her. You have somebody to tell you no. Instead, Mason Greenwood, you're such a child. You're such a little boy. She has to tell you no. she's in charge. She has to say, no, bad Mason, like a little child. Bad boy, what's wrong with you? And now you on tape. That has to be so shameful. You on tape, like, no, I asked you nicely.
Is it quite like, George, I think that's nicely. As you can see,
nigga, I'm making 75,000 pounds a week. I ain't talking again in life. I'm just walking around with the case stuff. What's your name? 75,000 pounds. Where you living?
She's back to bank card.
Listen,
with that money, a Mason walking room is like.
That's it. It's supposed to be like that. You just walk in the room and she just.
Mason's like.
That's it. You drive in the car in the M, the police license and registration, sir.
Bank card.
75,000. Listen, I'm making that kind of money, brother. Good night. You in the world and you got to rape with that kind of money, you got a problem that's bigger.
That's right.
You got a problem. And this is not me saying a brother who is poor that does it gets a pass. But goddamn, Negro, you have a serious problem.
Right.
You traveling all over the world, playing on big football teams, and that's to show you like that the things of this world is not going to help you.
That's right.
The things of this world that people think is going to help you is not going to help you. Everybody's scared of COVID. You better be scared of Mason.
Right.
Ain't no vaccine for Mason and all that.
Just therapy.
Listen, she ain't gained 12 million pounds, but the other one gained 12 million pounds.
That's right.
It's crazy, Salakia, brother. I know we up on the time.
If we could run this last video real quick before we go. So
it's on you.
In the UPK, we've been teaching that black people ruled Europe for 1,000 years. No one believes us. Thought it was chatting garbage and whatnot, rubbish and whatnot. So Alison Hammond is a sister that works for BBC Three in the morning. BBC Three ITV. Anyway, she's a sister. I think she's Jewish, and she sat down with an Edomite, and he said the same thing that the UPK been saying for years, man. You know what I mean? So it's a shame that.
Hold on, let me just clear this up real quick, right just before, right? I just reading a comment here. She set him up though, in a way. Why was she recording and saying no? As a woman, she may not have been in the mood, but if he's her man, as a woman, she should do it to please him. Instead, she said no. I don't know if it's a sister or not, but woman, that is weak. It's absolutely weak. Let me help you out. You've probably never been a victim or probably been a victim and you don't know you're a victim. She's recording because this is not the first time.
Right.
That's why she's recording. She's recording because this happened over and over and over, and she's tired of it. She's tired of getting violated.
Right.
She's tired of it.
That's right.
And you have the right to say, not today, not tonight. I hear you with, that's your husband, you should do. I hear you with that. But let's not get lost here. Let's not get lost in the source. A woman does have the right to tell her husband, Salakia, baby, not tonight. Listen, I hear you, but, tomorrow, please. But you can't say she don't have the right to refuse. She can say, listen, I ain't, not tonight, man. You might be tired too. Brothers come home, you listen, you might be tired, hell. It could happen. But that's part of the union. You talk to each other. Listen, I got you tomorrow night. Don't worry about it. I'm not that back loose. But tonight, just give me a break. In fact, I'm gonna sleep downstairs. I'm sleeping, I'm gonna sleep this over there so I can get some good rest. Because I know you. Listen, I know you. From the time I fall asleep, you're gonna just crawl into the pants. And before long, I'm over here saying, no.
I'm calling you.
Listen, everybody has the right to refuse, but you cannot defraud the other person, which means to refuse for malice, to refuse to hurt the person, right? But everyone has the right to refuse. The woman, though being a devil, she's recording anyway. She's recording for the same reason black people record cops in a traffic stop. Right. You think we record cops in a traffic stop because we setting the cops up? No, it happened over and over. Mm-hmm. And tonight, I want to make sure I make it home or if something happens, there's a record. You get the point? Don't be simple. Don't be simple out here. Anybody going through something like that, you'll get the school a call, man. Just get the school a call and we could sort out that whole thing for you. You ain't gotta sit there and just be violated and pummeled and whatever else. I talk to you nicely. Nigga, what is he talking about? Like, I talk to you nicely. Nigga, I smell nice. That's enough. Walk in there and fill up the house with frankincense. It's a problem. She gonna be the one the dancehall king. She gonna jump off the damn jump off the chandelier. One of them, two of them. You get the point? You ain't got to go through all of that, man. You got to go through all of that. I still like you.
I was gonna share this video real quick of Alison Hamilton or Hamilton. But she sat down with a white scholar and what he said about Europe being ruled by black men for 1,000 years. He spoke about Septimius Severus and so forth, just like what the heads of the UPK told from 1969.
Right.
And this against in York is where Septimius Severus was born.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, York. Well, York originally was the capital of England, and later on became London, and it became Yorkshire over time. That's where it was born. So in the north, you see the Great Wall of Yorkshire and so forth, and it breaks it down. So I'm sure it's
What do you know about the Romans from being taught history?
Oh, well, I know Rome was not built in a day, that's for sure. Very good gladiators. I can remember Julius Caesar.
Well, it's really interesting you say that, because Julius Caesar is the individual, along with Cleopatra, which most people reference when they talk about the Roman Empire. And Caesar is also famous for coming to Britain, and a lot of people think that Caesar conquered Britain, but he didn't. So effectively, he came, he saw, but he didn't conquer.
Oh.
Now, the most important Roman, I would argue, who actually ever came to Britain was the African emperor, Septimius Severus.
Hold on. Let's just stop there.
Okay.
Are you telling me there was an African emperor?
There was an African emperor, and he was one of the greatest Roman emperors. So he was born in North Africa in AD 145, and he died here, right beneath your feet.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So
in York?
In York. This is where he would have lived. His bedroom would have been within 10 yards of where we're sitting, below us. Actually, I can show you what the family looked like.
Really?
Because we have a portrait here called the Severan Tonda. This is like a photograph.
Oh my goodness.
Of the Severan family. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
And there they are.
Wow. It's amazing to actually see his portrait. It's a black man, isn't it? I always remember the Romans being quite violent when I was at school. Was Severus nasty?
He was a warrior. He came here to Britain in AD 208, got a message from the governor, and the governor said that we here in Britain are being attacked from the north and we're in danger of being overrun. The first thing he does is have them build the walls of Roman London.
Wow.
So the city of London, to this day, the square mile is defined by the African Emperor Septimius Severus. If you walk into the reception area of the British Museum, the first bust you see is a bust of Septimius Severus, alabaster white, but actually when it was in real life in the Roman world, it would have been painted as he was, a man from North Africa, a black man.
So no one would know that that was not a white man?
Absolutely right. This is a man who's there all the time. He's right in front of us all the time in the British Museum, but nobody knows unless you dig into the story that he was a warrior emperor from North Africa who stayed true to his own heritage.
This is just incredible. I can't believe I don't know about this story, and it's such a good story as well.
It's got everything. It's more Game of Thrones than Game of Thrones.
An African Roman emperor ruling Britain? How did I not know about this? And Dr. Simon's got another surprise up his sleeve.
There's an amazing artist called Daniel Vossart who specialises in creating realistic images of Roman emperors, and he's created this.
But again, like
listen, that was heavy. That was real heavy, bro.
What you got to understand is she keeps they call us African, but Septimius Severus was not African. He was a brother that, like all brothers, he was known for fighting lions and so forth, to put him in the arenas to fight lions.
Mm-hmm.
Just like today, fighting lions today would be what Rashford playing in the arenas, playing on the football pitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Michael Jordan playing on the basketball court.
LeBron.
The Carl Cut. That was, and the brother had a good talent. So when England had a problem with Scotland, who did they call? The black man? When England had a problem with the Germans, who did they call? Black men from the Caribbean. But what's the brother Dunga bar? Watertoe from Barbados, the Coconut Bomber in World War II. All these are brothers from the islands, from Trinidad, who came and helped England win the war and did the same thing. The Romans did the same thing back then. They got brothers that was more athletic, good fighters, fighting their war, man. So sport, you know what I mean? A lot of brothers say, "Oh, come on, you're pushing it now." Black men in the Roman army, well, listen, a white man told you that, man.
Yep. And Septimius Severus, he's famous. He's very, very famous as a warrior, you know what I mean, for these empires. And now you got more proof where they're saying he's black. You know, she's saying he's African because they call us all African, but he was not African. He was a brother. He's from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Right? Just like Judas Maccabees. That TV show that you all like to watch, that Spartacus, that everybody like to watch. That character is based on a brother, Judas Spartacus, right? Judah. His name was Judas Spartacus. He was an actual brother. A lot of these people were brothers. Not all of them. Not all of them. We ain't going crazy. Not all of them. But a lot of these people were brothers. Just two things. Y'all gonna have to take me up to Yorkshire so I can see this spot and take me where I can see this thing. Y'all ain't gonna rob me of some castles this trip. I done been here a few times. I ain't see, nothing. The only castle I see is on a chessboard. I need to see a real live castle with a drawbridge. I could go and listen. If I had to rent a donkey and walk in the castle on a donkey, that's fine. But I want to ride a horse into a castle and turn around and say, "Knights of the Round Table," and feel good. You get the point? Because I know we are the ones who really built all these empires.
That's right.
We're the ones who fight in their wars and gave them victory.
That's right.
Because you hear she brought up Julius Caesar. And that Caesar, before when he was a younger man, I believe he was a champion in war. Him, they called him the Roman triumvirate. It's him, Mark Antony, and somebody else. Where Caesar, I think, was the militia on the land. I think Mark Antony was in charge of the navy. Because the Romans had a navy also, an army that would travel by sea. They called them the Roman triumvirate. It was 3 Roman generals. And Caesar was one of them. So for him to say, forget about Caesar, that nigga Septimius Severus, that's the one you ought to talk about. That's like today saying, don't worry about Rocky Mayweather. Don't worry about, some old white boy, Mike Tyson. You get the point? Don't worry about Larry Bird. Who cares? They always talk about Larry Bird. Nigga, you always have to put some white boy in there. Don't worry about Eminem. This other rapper. That's what he's saying. He's like, this Septimius Severus, he's the one who really deliver things. You know what I mean? And that's good to learn, man. Yo, listen, if Eunice hold up this weekend, y'all put me on some castle, man. Let me go up there and watch the battlements.
Right. The scholar basically said the white was the devil. Basically said that. Said this. It goes. This image would have been black. Listen,
it would have been black, but the white man is the devil.
Come on, man. He said not me. He goes. This image. This a boss to call it the boss.
Yeah.
Because supposed to be black. He been saying what we've been saying. We've been saying, they paint over pictures and you niggas. What was it? You niggas are reaching. You're reaching. Listen, the scholar said it, man.
Now, imagine Mason Greenwood knew who Septimius Severus was, Joshua. And that's why we, like I say, we had to come up. Generals always say, big up Commanding General Yohanan too for always holding it down and rocking this thing of all the generals and teaching us the right way. Where it's like, we really have to separate from this world. Because the more we in here and the more we look at them like they famous and they great and they powerful, is the more we belittle ourselves when we're the real heroes. Right. We the real warriors, the real, we the people who make things happen for them. You know what I mean? It's not the other way around. They don't make nothing happen for us. We make things happen for them, and then we have to go make things happen for our own households. Slavery had to end. You know what I mean?
That's right. So again, for everybody coming in on the end, man. You know what I mean? Be here next week, Friday, 9 to 11. Big up to Tazar on the Howard Bar.
No, sir.
You know what I mean? For the sharp and not.
You know some more? Who else is up there?
Paratazar,
go ahead.
Aisha
Yeesh, go ahead. Who else?
UPK, Yasad Yahawada.
Yasad, go ahead up.
I got Parakya Yasha'ala.
Mm-hmm.
I got Dwight Davis.
Go ahead, Dwight.
You know what I mean? Who else got here?
Everybody on the inside, y'all come check us out. Lord allow tomorrow, if the weather hold up, we'll be in the bull ring giving them hell.
That's right.
I got some messages from Pakistan for them.
That's right.
I got a message from Pakistan for the Pakistanis. If Eunice hold up, I'll be delivering that message, without chaser, straight. You know what I mean? And next week, Lord allow, is London. I ain't too sure if the weather hold up. We're going to descend on Hyde Park next week. Y'all stay tuned for that thing. You get it, point?
That's right. So again, man, like, subscribe. For everyone for tuning in, man. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe, share it, do the whole thing, man. And we'll be here again next week. Shalom.
ISUPK 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right. It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we talk that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Here's a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the
Counter all your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I got it like this. This is like an apartment and a hotel room. You know what I mean?
This here, right here, is about to be holy ground. It's going to be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the grades. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
We don't give a fuck, you can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud, straight up out the base.